All right, well, I'm off. I'm off to go record some Pokelon Farms Homestead, and should be fun. It's pretty early in the morning. I was up about 4:30, and I'm heading out about an hour and a half drive, and should be a good day. We'll see you guys out there. All right, guys, we're here at the homestead. Should be fun.
Watch yourself on the fence.
Is it electrified?
Now it's just a string line.
Oh.
This is the new garden plot. And this was all filled with junk, 2 months ago. We removed all the wood and all the scrap metal and stuff. And so we're starting to develop it. All the peppers and the tomatoes were what I couldn't fit inside the greenhouse. So, and then we're growing a lot of squash and zucchini because we like to eat it, plus the pigs can eat it, so it'd be good feed for them. But we reseeded all the blank spots yesterday, me and the kids, and then we came out and tried to get all the Bermuda grass out.
How long does it take usually to get ground ready to plant?
It depends on your soil, Like we have a high clay, soil, which is good because it holds the nutrients. But it's really hard for like root crops and stuff like that to grow and then get big in it because it just doesn't break up. It's really compact. So I went through here with the tractor and kind of dissed everything and plowed, and then we put manure on it, chicken and rabbit and goat and stuff. These are all the potatoes starting to sprout up. Let's go in the garden. We're in the greenhouse. And over here is our wheat. With all our wheat field coming in. And this is basically the garden for feed for our animals. This is a old world Iranian wheat seed. I forget the variety name, but it'll be ready here in a couple of weeks. Kind of got to wait for the seed to get hard. They're still kind of milky. And then we'll come and harvest all of this by hand. We'll put it in a pillowcase and beat up the pillowcase and get all the seeds and stuff off of it. And then you can mill it and make flour or whatever. And this is our greenhouse. I need to open it up or it gets too hot. This is kind of a wiki up greenhouse. So we're buried, or we're dug down into the ground like 4.5 feet. And the idea of it is that the cool air from the earth pushes all of the heat out. And this is the ventilation for that. Since the greenhouse is relatively new, I want to be able to monitor kind of how hot it's going to get in the middle of summer, because I want to do an aquaponics system inside the greenhouse. So all these totes will be my grow beds and my fish tanks and, fresh water and stuff like that. But if it's, hitting well over 100 degrees in there, then I don't want to kill the fish. So I'm trying to monitor that this summer before I put a big investment into it.
Where'd you learn to do all this stuff?
A lot of it is just reading, and YouTube helps, other people that have already done it. Growing up on a small scale organic farm, that definitely gave me some skills, and just talking to people, and honestly trial and error. We don't succeed 100% of the time at what we're trying to do, but we just keep trying. Yeah. So this is going to be our root cellar. I dug it out in the same time that I was digging out the greenhouse. So it was 11 feet down, and I had a mini excavator, and I couldn't reach all the way down there with the little arm, so I had to make a ramp and go down there and put a pile and then get up and move the pile. And I only had enough money to rent the excavator for a day, so I was like really hauling ass, But eventually what I'm going to do is line the outside of it with tires and plastic, going up to the walls. And I'll stack the tires and then pack the tires with dirt. And that'll give me pretty good walls so nothing will fall in. And then I'll put a roof on it and a couple stairs coming down. And this will be a good place for us to store all the things that we're growing, long term. Come in the greenhouse. It's gonna be hot. So I practice a continuous grow. So I'm always planting and I'm always harvesting. And my thought for, the summertime, because I know it's gonna be hot in here and not everything really likes the heat, but the tomatoes really like heat and peppers like heat. So I'm really packing this thing full of, tomatoes and peppers and stuff, and we'll harvest, what we want fresh, and we'll can stuff and sell some stuff to, farmers markets or whatever. We have a bunch of carrots growing in and beets. And the carrots we can kind of grow year round here, so may as well keep them going. Carrots and radishes. These are Brussels sprouts I planted freaking months and months ago. And they look beautiful and they're healthy and they're starting to produce. So we'll see. I'm afraid it's going to get too hot in here and then they're not going to do shit, Yeah. But yeah, got some cucumbers growing. Hopefully they'll kind of create a canopy right here, a green canopy. And then the hottest part of the day, when the sun is over here, it'll kind of give this some shade and keep the temperatures down a little bit. But this is a moringa tree. So every part of this you can eat. Every part of this tree you can eat. And it's really healthy for you, and it grows back every year. So it's like perfect for the greenhouse because I can chop it down and it'll come back, But it doesn't like the cold, so it'll die if it's outside. Even though we're in Arizona. Oh, my cabbages. I'm really excited about my cabbage. Because this is the first time I've ever grown cabbage. And the first head that I pulled out was like that big. It was beautiful. I'm kind of learning that if I grow carrots in these big pots, then they get really big and long, Pretty, so I just reseeded all that with carrots a couple days ago. There's so many things in the world that are uncertain, right? It's like the economy, fucking your food source. Like you can't go to the grocery store and know that what you're buying is actually what you're buying, And so living this way, this lifestyle is really, it's the way that I can control, what's going on with us, I can control what my family's eating and kind of the outside influences, we can minimalize all of that. But yeah, and it's just like I was working all the time for other people and not getting anywhere, not, you're really not making any more money than you were making. Maybe you're making more dollars an hour, but it really doesn't amount to fucking any more money or any better lifestyle, I would get better jobs but I was always still, you know, still just grinding every day, you know. It's like I'm grinding every day now, but I'm doing it for myself, you know. It's like I'm providing everything that we need, you know. We don't have to work outside of the farm, you know, and the home to have what we need. It's like whatever extra, you know, income we want is usually just for, you know, kind of comfort things, you know, things that make your life more comfortable, like the internet, you know, and yeah, Hulu and Netflix and, you know, shit like that. But it's not necessities, you know. We have the necessities covered.